Atlantis, legend or a lost civilization? Somewhere in the depths of the ocean, beneath layers of water, one of the greatest mysteries of human history may be hiding. Atlantis, the legendary civilization described by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato more than 2,000 years ago, has become one of the most famous myths in the world. It was said to be a mighty nation, possessing incredible technology, wealthy cities, and a fleet capable of conquering the seas. However, Atlantis suddenly disappeared, swallowed by the ocean, leaving behind only traces in ancient texts and endless debates among scholars, historians, and explorers. But was Atlantis real? Or was it merely a myth, created by Plato as a philosophical allegory? Could it be that behind this story lies a real event that once shook the world? Today we will dive into this mystery, exploring theories, evidence, and attempts to uncover traces of the lost civilization. What did Plato say about Atlantis? The first known story of Atlantis comes from the ancient Greek philosopher Plato. In his dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, written around 360 BCE, he describes Atlantis as a powerful kingdom that lay beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. Plato claimed that Atlantis was a vast island with rich natural resources, magnificent palaces, temples, and statues made of gold and silver. It was a great naval power inhabited by brave warriors, scholars, engineers, and wise rulers. Its capital was a perfectly designed city with canals, bridges, and massive defensive walls. At its center stood a grand temple dedicated to Poseidon, surrounded by rings of water and land. However, according to Plato, the Atlanteans became arrogant, greedy, and power-hungry, launching wars of conquest and incurring the wrath of the gods. As punishment for their moral decline, Atlantis was destroyed in a single day and night. It was swallowed by the ocean due to a catastrophic earthquake and flood. The story of Atlantis seems too much like a myth to be true. But is there a chance that Plato didn't invent this tale but based it on real events? Atlantis in different cultures. Stories of sunken civilizations exist not only in Greek tradition, but in many other cultures around the world. For example, in ancient Sumerian texts, there is mention of a great flood that wiped out an advanced society. In Indian Vedic scriptures, there are stories of lost cities consumed by ocean waters. The Egyptians also spoke of a great civilization that came from the west, but later disappeared due to a catastrophe. Could Atlantis be one of many ancient civilizations that perished due to natural disasters? Or is it a metaphor for all the advanced societies that vanished without a trace? Where could Atlantis have been located? If Atlantis was real, where was it located? Scholars and enthusiasts have proposed many theories. 1. The Atlantic Ocean. Some believe that Atlantis was indeed in the Atlantic Ocean near the Azores Islands. Geologists have found evidence that massive tectonic shifts occurred in this region in the past, possibly changing the seafloor's topography. Could it be that part of the land truly sank beneath the waves? The island of Santorini and the Minoan civilization. One of the most popular theories links Atlantis to the Greek island of Santorini in the Aegean Sea. Around 1600 BCE, a massive volcanic eruption devastated the Minoan civilization, a highly developed maritime society known for its advanced architecture, trade, and culture. The capital city, Akrotiri, was buried under volcanic ash, much like Pompeii centuries later. Some researchers believe that this disaster could have inspired Plato's story of Atlantis. 3. The Caribbean. Some researchers suggest that Atlantis could be found in the Caribbean region. In 2001, an underwater structure resembling a sunken city was discovered off the coast of Cuba. Geometrically shaped formations that appear to be man-made. Some enthusiasts claim this could be the ruins of Atlantis, but no scientific confirmation has been made. 4. Antarctica. There is even a theory that Atlantis was actually Antarctica. According to some scientists, thousands of years ago, before the Ice Age, Antarctica was free of ice and could have been home to an advanced civilization. However, climate shifts may have buried it under massive ice sheets, hiding any possible traces. Modern searches for Atlantis, despite the lack of conclusive evidence, explorers and scientists continue searching for Atlantis. With the rise of modern technology, researchers are now scanning the ocean floor using sonar, underwater drones, and satellite imagery. In recent years, structures resembling ancient ruins have been found deep in the ocean, sparking renewed interest in the lost city. In 2009, scientists detected unusual formations at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean that appeared to resemble the streets of an ancient city. However, it was later determined that these were natural geological formations. Nonetheless, the search for Atlantis continues, and with advancing technology, researchers may one day uncover evidence of its existence. Myth or reality? The debate over Atlantis has raged for centuries. Some believe it is purely a myth, while others argue that there is truth hidden in the legend. But one thing is certain: stories of sunken civilizations appear across multiple cultures worldwide. Some archaeologists believe Atlantis could be an allegory, a warning about the dangers of greed and arrogance. Others think it represents a real event, perhaps a massive flood or earthquake that wiped out an entire society. Ancient civilizations like the Minoans, the Sumerians, and the Indus Valley Civilization all mysteriously collapsed or disappeared. Could Atlantis have been one of them? Some researchers continue to search for proof of Atlantis. In recent years, oceanographers and geologists have been exploring the depths of the Atlantic and Mediterranean in hopes of discovering evidence of a lost civilization. If Atlantis was real, could it still be hidden beneath the waves waiting to be found? Even if Atlantis was just a myth, its story reminds us that no civilization, no matter how great, is immune to collapse. History shows that even the most powerful empires can vanish in an instant, leaving only ruins behind. Conclusion: the mystery of Atlantis continues to fascinate and inspire. Whether it was a real place or a legend, its story warns us about the fragility of civilization and the power of nature. Could there be other lost civilizations buried beneath the sands of time, waiting to be discovered? What other great secrets does our planet hide? Have there been other ancient societies we have yet to uncover? Subscribe to learn more about the mysteries of history and the lost worlds of the past.